Hello, addicts.
Hello.
Welcome to
Hello.
the November Addicts Live with special guest this week, Wookie.
Hi. I'm a guest now.
I was just going to say, he's the longest standing guest.
Well,
Wow.
I guess you're a guest because we've done two, and this is your first one. So
You
Okay.
didn't get the pink slip notice in the mail, Joe?
I know. I guess this is one way to find out.
let me rephrase this. Joining us this week is the Wookie, and as always, our resident cranky old guy, aka Patrick, will be our lovely color commentary this month. How's everyone doing this week?
Good.
I'm good.
Oh, wait.
I'm fine. Yeah, the apocalypse didn't happen. There we go. What else can you say? Life is good. No apocalypse.
There you go.
So we're still here.
And I should comment that for me it's noon, but for those two it's 9 a.m. So kudos to both of them, especially Wookie for getting out of bed.
Yeah, I only got 4 hours of sleep, but I promised I'd be here, so I'm here.
I always wake up at 6 in the morning. I'm old. I can't help myself.
I wake up at 6 because I got about a 31-inch alarm clock that likes to scream. So
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh, I was like, that's a big. Oh, I get it.
so let's get into it this week with some what's new. Let's start with Mr. Patrick. What's new with you this month? I keep saying this week. We do these once a month.
Yeah, the month has been pretty interesting. I mean, with the national ebb and flow, of course, most of my time was spent just keeping my radio clients on the air for 4 days, which was its own challenge. So the rest of it was kind of like we're now just riding the Oregon weather curve, where it's like raining like crazy for 3 days, and then like today and yesterday were gorgeous. But you forget, and you walk out on the golf course, and you're like, that squishing sound is your socks and your pants and your shoes. So, we're adapting. I'm glad the Halloween event is over. Let's just say that. I was actually happy to see Halloween come to an end finally.
Yes.
And I know that I'm jumping ahead, but anyway.
No, I agree.
How about you, Joe? It's great to see your smiling face.
Hi. Just school. Sorry I haven't been around, but school and life, and yeah, and 4 hours of sleep, and I'm ready. Like, oh, I need more coffee. And that's what I've been doing. School.
So I'll ask the question that all old people ask people that are going to school. What are you studying?
History, to be a teacher. I want to teach all of your children someday. Well,
I like that.
I guess I can't teach Pat's children. They're past my age range.
My grandkids. You can teach my grandkids.
Yeah, I'll teach them, and it'll be great. Yeah, not much else. Just Disney and school, and try to find time for other things. And
Disney with two Z's?
Yeah. What?
Disney with two Z's?
Yeah, something like that.
Disney.
Yeah.
I got to admit that I think it's really kind of cool that you just take for granted that you work at Disneyland and you do the Jungle Cruise ride thing. It's you don't know how many people I've told that I know somebody that does that. They're all like gobsmacked. It's like, really? Coolest job ever.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is like the best job in the. Well, we say that Jungle Cruise is the most magical attraction of all time because Walt said that one time, and we're like, we're taking it, it's ours.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, it's the only one you don't vomit on. I mean, these days they're unless the jokes are really bad, right? Unless the jokes are horrible. Oh.
Yeah, then you swallow it back.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty punny.
I got you must have like a whole giant plethora of material you can rely on, right?
There's way too many, and like they slip out without even meaning to, and then people grow to be like, "Oh yeah, this only works in the jungle."
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
So.
that elephant. All right. All right.
So
Sorry.
let's see, what's new with me this month? A little girl turned 1. She had her big first birthday. She did not like her cake at all. Beyond that, we're just gearing up for Thanksgiving and ready to celebrate a Christmas Riley will actually remember or will participate more in than last year, where she just kind of laid there. So
what didn't she like about the cake?
I don't know that she it was very like her cake. And if you guys go on my Instagram account, you'll see some pictures from her party at Addicts Alyssa. But her cake was very icing-y. It was covered in icing, and I think she didn't like the texture. She tried the icing, and she couldn't get past the icing, so she didn't even try the cake itself.
That's typical. All show no go. Come on.
I did have a very proud moment the next night because my husband's birthday is 3 days later, and for his birthday, and I'm going to get a lot of hate from this from all the animal lovers, but for his birthday, we always eat veal. And I had a very proud moment when we gave Riley some veal and she devoured it. So, I come from a very meat eater family.
As long as she wasn't wearing a little lammy hat while she was eating it, I'm fine.
You know what I imagine? I'm like, Maggie, how many bites of baby cow did you have? Yeah. That's all I can think of.
Okay, then. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. So.
BC, out the window. We're done. Here we go.
Oh, man. Anyway.
So are you the comment person, or are we all supposed to be looking at that?
Oh, I pretty much do them just to stay on top of them all. Because
How long have you known her?
Pat and I.
How long have you known her, Joe? She's the boss. We just nod and smile.
Well, yeah, I mean, I looked and I was like, I don't even know what Wiltshire cured ham is, Lee. So sorry. No, apparently I don't get it.
What kind of a hat do you wear for that?
So let's jump into the quiz real quick so we can talk about other things or just laugh about other things. Okay. So
yeah.
All right, you ready? And this month, I put the quiz in the comments, or in the post itself, rather, so you guys can actually participate along with us so we don't have a mad dash and everybody yelling at me that I'm going too slow. So, in honor of Thanksgiving, I thought this month's quiz should be a foodie quiz, in that there was one episode of The Simpsons where a ton of celebrity chefs appeared. So, from that episode, I'm going to give you guys 5 chefs, and you guys have to tell me which one was not in that episode. All right, you ready? So the first one's Anthony Bourdain, then Julia Child, Rachel Ray, Mario Batali, and Gordon Ramsay. And here, I'll give you a little timer music here.
I know my answer.
Pat, you have yours?
I do. But
okay,
I'm probably wrong again.
So I'll give you the reader's response. 44% said Anthony Bourdain was not in the episode. Then Julia Child was next with 29%. All right. So let's see, who wants to go first?
I'm going with Julia Child because I think she was dead by that point.
Well,
that's my answer too.
All right. Well, my way of saying appeared didn't necessarily mean they had a speaking role.
Then it was Rachel Ray.
Oh, tricky.
So then we get.
Let's see, Rachel Ray.
There you go.
Rachel Ray.
Rachel Ray.
I'm so used to that sound. It doesn't even faze me anymore.
So, and I'll put up after the episode, I'll put on the post the video. Oh, Joe found the sound effects too.
Oh, I've had it waiting the whole time. Come on, don't you remember the last one?
I
Let's
remember.
hear that Julia Child has passed.
Yeah.
No.
So
Okay.
after the episode, I'll put up the little picture from the episode that has all the chefs that appeared in that episode in it. It's a pretty neat picture. It's a fun episode. The Food Wife, if anybody wants to go back and watch it, I forget what season it's from. Sorry.
Yeah, that's where CBG has the Androids Luncheon blog.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
the
Marge, Bart, and Lisa have the Three Mouthketeers. So, and it's also where Alchemistry comes into play. I think it's from season 25, 24, 25.
And also the strip club for Nelson's mom.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So it's a classy episode. And there's a meth lab in it, so watch it.
Yes, there is a meth lab. It's
all sorts of American culture. Weird food, meth, strip clubs.
That's one of those apex, those almost jumped the shark so many times in one episode, you couldn't even keep track of the sharks. It's like way too many threads. But yes.
All right, so let's jump into our topics of conversation this month. And if you haven't guessed, based on the fact that it's, well, if you're in America, it's 5 days away, and we're in the middle of a semi-event about it. Our topic this month is Thanksgiving. And the most dangerous game / Thanksgiving event that we've got going on right now, the little mini event. So let's go with a little bit of initial thoughts, feedback. I'll let you go first on this one, Joe. What are your initial quick thoughts on this little mini event?
I really like it. I like that they recycled the bunnies and the turkeys and the snakes from previous events. And when they recycled it, it didn't shut everything down like it has in the past. And yeah, new character, and you get all this stuff from the I can't think of the name of the episode, but the Homer becomes Bigfoot episode.
Oh crap! Now I forgot.
Call of the Wild.
There you go. Just Call of the Simpsons.
Yeah, Call of the Simpsons. Something there you go.
Like
It's
from
season
1.
And Tot did a great little recap on it if you want to go back and hit the high points of it. But it seems fun, and it's short. It seems completely doable. And it ends on the 30th, and then we'll see what happens. Good stuff.
Exactly.
Awesome stuff.
And what are your thoughts on it, Pat? I know you like these little mini events.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I like them because they're, like Joe said, they're easy. They're pretty one-dimensional. The thing I'm noticing, and again, I'm kind of a trend person, the thing I'm noticing is I think the best prizes now on almost all of these prize tracks are like in the middle. They've kind of figured out everybody's not going to get everything, but they want you to have the cool thing, you know? So I just got the Animal Paradise or whatever the heck it's called, the reserve. And it was easy, and now I'm looking forward to deciding whether or not I care to tap all the way through to get the animation. Of course I will because I'm addicted, but you know. But the fact is that I think that if you look back at the last 3 major and even minor updates, kind of the best stuff is somewhere in the middle of each of those prize tracks, I think. And that's my opinion at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's right.
Specifically, let's talk about the stupid gate. I mean, I know I'm jumping ahead, but good
well,
God.
That's Halloween, but he's for those who don't know what he's talking about, he's referring to Halloween. The event that just happened.
yeah, 3 days ago. Oh, that's right. I keep
There's
forgetting
no gate
to
for Thanksgiving. Don't ask me where the gate is. Fucking, you don't have the gate. There's no gate.
I'm just saying, we ground and ground and ground and ground. The past tense of grind, mind you. That to get what? An upgraded gate? Are you kidding me? I mean, this is where the cranky old guy part comes out. It's like, no. So again, the good news is most of the good stuff I thought was in the middle, and it continues to be in this, and maybe we'll see the same trend in Christmas. I don't know.
That's a fair point.
There's good stuff at the end, like Death and Frankenstein's, and then
yeah.
I would have been sad if I didn't get those, but I thought it was pretty easy. Yeah.
No, those are easy to get to, is what I'm trying to say. Those seem to happen pretty quickly. but the thing that was the hardest to grind for was the least exciting. So
Right.
Anyway.
Well, even though we're not talking about Halloween, I'll reiterate on something. For the gates and the mag prizes on Halloween, I literally did not even try. I didn't craft anything until like the last, and I didn't craft anything until the last 2 days of the event, and I had no issues unlocking anything. So some things that you feel like are grind aren't a grind. You know, it just depends on how you prioritize stuff.
Yeah.
But going back to the, go ahead.
To transition in, the gate opened up to a big giant turkey, didn't it? It was like a, no. I don't know. All right, fine. Thanksgiving is fun.
Back to the hunting / Thanksgiving event. Hands down, I think the best item of this event, granted it's premium, but the improvised snare I think is hilarious. I enjoy the fact that I get to fling bunnies over actually mine, I fling them over the mountains into Springfield Heights. I think it's hilarious. I know a bunch of you guys have commented how much you enjoy it as well. 60 donuts is a steep price to pay, but it's highly amusing, especially going back to the episode that it's from.
So the question, here's the question I have, and this is the reason I haven't bought it, and I know that you're going to get comments on this very fact. Here's the point. After this event is over, can you still fling bunnies?
You should be able to, because it's just part of the animation. It's not,
there's no animation.
Okay, so it's like the catapult. There's always cats. Okay. Well, I might get it now. I kind of held off because I thought that's a lot just to fling some bunnies, and I don't dislike bunnies, but I like cats. I mean, I fling cats all the time just for fun.
And let's just reiterate this: comments expressed by Pat do not represent the views of all of the addicts.
Oh, says the baby cow killer.
Oh, wow.
I eat it.
I almost drank and coughed that all over my computer.
We almost got a spit take out of Joe. Cool. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That was a close one.
I don't. Oh, Pat, before I forget, Steve-O had to leave, but he said to tell you hi this week. Well, he said to say hi to everybody, but Steve-O is...
Hey, Steve-O.
Hi to Mab, too. Hi, Mab.
Yes. So, while we're on the topic of Thanksgiving, Brooders would like to hear the boys do their best turkey impression, which means I get out of this. So,
what are we, trained monkeys? Not so good. Let's see. I'm going to do a turkey the day before Thanksgiving.
I'll put on Riley's hat to get us in the.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it fit your head?
My kid has a really big head.
Okay, mine is a turkey the day before Thanksgiving. Woo! Woo! I'm camouflaged.
Okay.
Sorry.
Is your turkey a cow?
It's the day before Thanksgiving. Follow along. Eat cow, don't eat turkey. See? It's a flip. I didn't want to get sued by Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. This episode is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. No, I'm just kidding. Although if they wanted to send me some sandwiches, I would not complain.
There you go. Big fan. Too lazy to cook a turkey. Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Right. I'll settle for just some of that Polynesian sauce and maybe open up on a Sunday.
I don't even think we have one here. I don't even think we have one in Oregon. Isn't that funny?
Totally off topic.
I've never seen one.
Yeah.
I will tell you, tomorrow we have to go to Pennsylvania, and on our way to Pennsylvania, we always pass a Chick-fil-A. And I told my husband the worst part of the trip is the fact that it's Sunday and Chick-fil-A isn't open. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's very upsetting.
Wow.
But anyway, so I think we all agree, and it seems like based on what a lot of the readers are saying, that the event, this little mini event is pretty good. I mean, it's a nice low key event. You can really take your time, pace yourself. I mean, I've barely been playing, and I've unlocked the sanctuary myself, I think yesterday. So and you have a whole nother week and a half left. So take your time with it. You know, there's no need to rush. This is your downtime. For everybody complaining you don't get downtime, this is your downtime. So I mean, I think we all kind of agree on that.
It's like rowing half speed on a slave ship. You're just rowing half speed. It's the downtime.
We're not even banging the drum. Like, row at your leisure.
We'll have veal on Thursday. Sorry.
Now when
Anyway.
the event starts, I'm just gonna see like Homer with the drum, like, row, you addicts, row.
So Patrick, on your cow impression and Joe's turkey impressions, Brooders had said that she asked for turkeys and she got a monkey and a cow. So, and Ellie said that.
Remember what a turkey basically to me just sounds like a confused bird. I mean, the turkeys, we have wild turkeys here all over our neighborhood all the time. And mostly the sound I like to hear is them running away. So they're really, really messy, crazy birds.
Well, and Ellie said that your impression was camouflaged. So, a little joke there. Camouflaged.
Oh,
camouflage. Yeah, that's right.
I got it.
It helps if I can deliver the joke appropriately, which I can't. So. Okay.
All right.
So let's.
Yeah, I have never heard a turkey, and I've seen thousands of them now, ever do the typical thing they do on cartoons. They don't do that. They kind of look at you. Yeah, there you go. They kind of look at you and just kind of go, huh, what? That's it.
I thought they were mean. I heard they were mean.
Well, they run in packs. They run in packs, and their brains are like this big for the body that's huge, right? So you can kind of figure out how, that it's mob rule. That's it. They're dumb. They're so dumb. You shoot one with a BB gun to get their attention, and I do. I'm telling you, when they sit on my hot tub roof, I shoot one with a BB gun, and the rest of them don't even respond. The one will look at you like, and what? And then the rest of them just keep doing what they're doing on my hot tub roof. So it's not good.
The question
I feel
is,
the need to
do
add
they
a disclaimer.
Explode? do they explode when?
I wish. No. I only pump only 3 pumps.
I feel the need to add a disclaimer that this episode was not brought to you by PETA. So.
Brought to you by Turkey Fla.
Turkey, BB guns, veal.
I know. We are so not PC at this point. It's over.
Well, you know what it is. We started off talking about food, and that's now we're just talking about food. So
there you go. Yeah, there you go.
In some cases,
I'm a big fan of baby carrots.
There you go. You and Lisa.
I think that we're sort of monsters that we prefer baby carrots to like adult carrots. Just saying.
I like
baby carrots.
I like baby carrots because they make me feel like I'm a giant.
If you listen really carefully, you can hear them scream.
And if you know, I'm not very tall, so I like feeling like a giant.
See, you have a whole assortment in the refrigerator with like baby corn, baby carrots, those little mini hot dogs.
Why do you think she had a baby? She had a baby.
So
she can feel big.
Who pretty soon is going to be taller than me. So.
Wow. Yeah. No wonder these things run long.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, was it supposed to be short?
Well, our goal every month is to make these a half hour. So far, we failed miserably every time, but we get a little closer each time.
A half hour? We haven't even.
Sorry.
We can't even say hello in a half hour.
True.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. All right.
So, anyway, this is a terrible segue. Actually, let me do this first. I'll do this first. So, because the segue would be terrible, and it's not good. So, let's talk about. As I mentioned in the rundown post for the mini event, Black Friday and Cyber Monday are going to have some specials. For those not familiar with what Black Friday is, therefore you're out of the U.S., I think Canada has Black Friday as well. Not 100% sure, but basically in America, it's the Friday after Thanksgiving, which in this case is the 25th, I want to say. Yes, November 25th. And it's where people stand in line for all kinds of crazy stuff that's really cheap.
Yeah.
So
Shoot each other in
the
parking
gist of it.
lots.
Yeah. It's America at its finest.
It's the darkest of capitalism.
It's the darkest.
For me, Black Friday is decorating my Christmas tree. But
there you go.
It actually has to do with economics, though, because it's the point where all of our stores get in the black, so to speak. So they finally make a profit.
Yes.
Yeah, except
really
for Macy's. Anyway.
So for those
they've got giant balloons, so they're good.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
For those who aren't in America, and those who are in America and have no desire to, stand in line and do all kinds of crazy stuff, Tapped Out will be giving you some Black Friday deals. Actually, all weekend. So I guess they're Black Friday weekend deals. So starting Friday at 3 a.m. Eastern and running until Sunday at, hang on, what's my list? Sunday at, hold on, I gotta get my conversion, sorry guys. 2 p.m. Eastern. You'll be able to purchase all kinds of deeply discounted premium stuff. Should you want it?
Is it a discount or a rebate?
Well, my apologies. It is a rebate. So you have to pay full price and then you'll get donuts back.
See, right away, I'm just saying, I've been in marketing my entire life. That is so not Black Friday. That's like rebate weekend or something. They should call it something different.
Well, and then they have a Cyber Monday deal, which
Yellow
is the Monday
Friday.
after.
Yeah, there you go. I like
Yellow Friday.
Yellow Friday.
They have a Cyber Monday deal, which is the Monday after, but there's no deal. It's really just an item that they're going to offer you on Cyber Monday.
Which is so weird because Cyber Monday is actually universal. Cyber Monday started through Amazon. That's universal. That's the whole world does Cyber Monday. So I don't know. I'm so confused by EA. Anyway.
So just real quick, I'm going to go over with the readers and the viewers some of the items that are offered, and on the days that they go live, I'll give you guys
I'm getting more coffee.
Okay. On the days that they go live, I'll give you guys a full rundown and link to the Should I Buy post and everything. So if you're looking to get, let's see, you got Gorgeous Grandpa and his billboard, Big Butt Skinner balloon, the Murder Horn, Old West sign, Dewey Largo, Willie's Tractor, Blarney Castle. I'm not going to read all these because there's a lot of them. The Animal Shelter, Moe's House, let's see, Santa's Little Helper, Mansion of Solid Gold. Let's see, Rancho Relaxo with Don Vittorio. Gino Underdunk, because that's not an N. That's not a C. That's an N.
He's under
so
the
really,
duck.
yeah, exactly. Really, the only characters. So if you're looking to get characters, this really isn't the event for you. The only ones that are really offered are Gorgeous Grandpa, which is the skin for Grandpa. Dewey Largo, which isn't really a popular character. Daredevil Bart with Springfield Gorge, Santa's Little Helper, Don Vittorio, and Gino. So that's really it prize-wise. So there's not a whole lot prize-wise, character-wise rather. So there's not a whole lot of offering.
Monday is the new stuff, right?
Yeah, Monday is, there's one new item coming out on Monday, which I can tell everybody what.
Tell us.
It's so I'll
cover
say,
your ears or skip forward if you don't want to know.
Yeah, spoiler alert. On Monday, let's see, running Monday until I guess the event ends. The Cyber Monday special will be the Yard Work Simulator with Chum. So and that will be for 175 donuts.
It's Yard Work Simulator with who?
Chum.
Oh, with Chum. Okay, all right.
Not to be confused with Chumley from Pawn Stars.
I was going to say it's another robot, right?
Mm-hmm. Hence the Cyber Monday aspect, I guess.
Yeah, I'd prefer to
No,
go
don't.
Westworld
Well,
on my
maybe.
robots.
Yeah, it's the yard work simulator. So you're right. They actually put thought into it. They picked something that was semi appropriate.
Computerized.
Yeah, good job, EA.
So that's the offerings that are going to be next weekend. And like I said, I'll each day at the start of the day, because next, for those who are watching and are very concerned that we're not going to post next week, Thursday we're not posting because it's Thanksgiving and we're all from America and we all do our family things. Friday we're going to have very minimal posting that weekend. So you're posting Friday, Saturday, Sunday, with the exception of your traditional open thread on Sunday. And I think I have to do the show off post on Saturday as well. I'll do a rundown of the items that'll be offered, what time they'll be offered, what the rebate is, and everything else. So, but that's your Thanksgiving lowdown. There's really not a whole lot to talk about with this event, but what we could talk about, being that it's Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving in the name is purely being thankful, which I'm thankful for these two lovely gentlemen here and all the readers on the site.
And you was.
Your fearless dictator, yes.
Did I say it sincerely?
So, generally this time of the year, Thanksgiving, Christmas, kind of get into the giving spirit because you're thankful for what you have and you want to help those who don't have as much as you or those are less fortunate than you, which generally on Thanksgiving, the Addict site, we usually do a plug to some charities that we recommend giving to. This year, our charity that we're going to recommend giving to is, should you choose to do so, is going to be the Friends of Ouija, which is Pat's lovely charity that helps the children in Africa, which I'm going to give Pat the floor here to take a couple minutes and talk about it. So
okay,
take it away.
Well, yeah, I mean, those that have kind of followed our track the last couple years know that my daughter, Madeline, my youngest daughter, did an internship in Uganda in 2014, in the spring of 2014. And while she was over there, spent a bunch of time in a small little teeny village way out in the middle of nowhere called Bawija. And what she found there was a school that was pretty much being run with no resources at all. They had 170 kids at the time with no school books, no resources, no anything. And coming from a family of teachers, which our whole family is teachers except for me, I was supposed to be a teacher, but I realized I was going to kill a child if I continued on. So I did. Anyway, she said, can we help? Can we do something? Well, at the very beginning of this process, we actually just put the word out on the old blog, the TSTO Friends blog. Can you donate? We did a GoFundMe thing. Can you donate to help us get some school books? And long story short, that has turned into now going on 3 years of support for this little school. The success story is pretty incredible. They have more than 260 kids there now. Their test scores went from 24% passing to more than 90% passing. Kind of amazing what happens when you get school books in their hands and teaching materials. We've done a bathroom, we've done a well, we've done all kinds of other things. We'll post a link to go to the site. This term, my wife's classroom actually does an annual thing as well to support and teach about helping others from, that are disconnected from our domestic here to help the entire world on a different level. And so they're doing the fundraising as far as the GoFundMe, and the link is on the Friends of Ouija page. But what we need is help to make sure they hit their goal. So these are 4th and 5th graders selling these little $4 bracelets so that you can figure out how many bracelets they have to sell. So all of your support and help is absolutely beneficial and very welcome. You can learn more about what we're doing there on an ongoing basis by going to friendsofbouija.com. But again, because no one knows how to spell Bouija, much less say it, we will have a link on the page. So, and we appreciate the opportunity to share the idea. Alyssa's been very gracious in allowing us to do so.
Yeah, it's a fantastic charity, fantastic work. Joe and I both have made donations, and I know some of you guys have as well. Pointing as if I can see all of you. Some of the readers have as well.
Absolutely.
So we'll put a link in this feed, and then on Thanksgiving, when we do our Happy Thanksgiving post, we'll put another link for those that wish to do something more to help those less fortunate. It's a great way to get involved.
I'd say one thing, and this is kind of going off track a little bit. One of the things that I like about doing this is that it is an unconditional, universal, just helping because we can kind of a thing. There's no politics, there's no religion, there's no any ties to any of this at all. And so coming through this rather fractious political season, as we have all experienced, for me, it's nice to almost take a cleansing breath and do something for people that we likely will not see or meet, but need our help, and we don't know what these small little gifts end up becoming over a lifetime. So I think that's the important way to think about it. We are, in fact, shaping the world one child at a time, and we don't know who those children are going to be. But likely they aren't going to end up being a problem for the United States or anybody else in the world because they have education. So there you go. There's my final pitch.
Good points. Good points. So again, we'll post a couple links for those who wish to donate, and we encourage you to do so. It's a great charity and great work. So to segue off of that, since we mentioned Christmas, let's talk about some potential ideas. That wasn't a sound effect, but that was pretty good timing.
It was nice, yeah.
No, thank you, Joe. Let's talk about some of our ideas that we would like to see in the Christmas event that likely will be coming next week. No brooders, zombie monkey pirates are not expected at Christmas. So
again with
those gosh darn zombie monkey pirates. So yeah, I mean, let's talk about what we'd like to see. I know some people have already requested that they don't do acts. Sorry, guys. I do think acts are here to stay in one way or another. I think it allows them to force people to slow down and not finish the event in one day.
But also allows people that miss an act to go ahead and jump in and keep going. That's an advantage.
Yeah, exactly. So
how are you reading comments?
How am I reading comments?
Yeah.
I'm in the back office of the comments. I just keep refreshing the pending. I've got some sitting there because anybody who hasn't had their question asked, I'm gonna ask it during our question section.
I've been messing that up.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry, I know.
All right. Hey, but when did I swear? I don't think I swore. I swear I didn't swear.
Simpsons rule said that, not Bruce. But
I don't know. Maybe I probably said a word that I didn't say one of the big ones though.
Anyway, swearing is not allowed.
I don't know.
Yes, you say let's do a post on the big 5 worst words we can't say. I mean, we make sure we post it.
Yeah, I'm going to.
That's my favorite.
Listen to there's a Blink-182 song that tells you all the words not to say.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
Then the infamous George Carlin. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So let's go with Joe. What would you like to see with the Christmas event? Like what kind of?
This is easy.
Go ahead.
The world has become I love Christmas. I'm all about Christmas. I celebrate it, but it is the holidays, and there are more than just our Christian brethren. I want Hanukkah to finally be in the game. Give me Rabbi Krostowski. I don't care if he's a ghost. I want a Chinese food restaurant to eat some noodles and menorahs and crusty and all of it. Bring dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. Let's play. Yeah. Yeah, Hanukkah. And give me some Kwanzaa. You could have Hibbert doing Kwanzaa. And I mean, you got Festivus with CBG last year, so we need it. Hanukkah. And all the Springfield on the Ice could be like, where'd Christmas go? And they'll be like, no Christmas this year, only Hanukkah. And it'll be funny.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I mean, it's one of those things that if they went so far as to do Festivus, which is really a pretty obscure term unless you're a Seinfeld fan,
right?
It's like you're going to do Festivus, but you're not going to do Hanukkah, and you've got all these, very clearly Jewish characters in the game. Come on, it's time.
Yeah.
I agree. I totally agree with Joe. I have nothing really to add to that.
We may see it this year. I mean, last year we finally got Maggie, so
yeah.
We may see it.
Yeah, and more Christmas lights for Alyssa, and
the more the merrier.
Yeah,
and
something better than the giant snowman.
For those who watched last episode for Halloween, you know that, and who follow the blog, you know that I don't like Halloween, and I'm not too keen on Thanksgiving as well. But Christmas, that's my holiday.
Yeah.
Well, I hope Santa brings me a new iPad because the game is getting so fat and juicy that it's so laggy on my iPad 2 that it's not a good thing. I'm going to have to upgrade.
It's one of those.
I still play on a tiny phone. Like I don't.
How do you see the little snakes and rabbits on that tiny phone? I can hardly see them on my pad.
I guess I just don't have to wear glasses or anything, so I just see them. I don't know.
What was that? Ageism? Ageism.
I don't know.
Ageism. Fire, you young man.
Fire on me.
Even with my glasses, I can't see them.
I think because I got used to it. Like I have an iPad and I have TSTO on there, and I always forget where my iPad is because I'm not like that with technology. But I just opened it up the other night and was like, "Oh my goodness, it's so large!" Like, look at it.
I can see Maggie's pacifier.
I know.
Yeah, what's interesting is that as I wrote about in the You Might Be an Addict post. The thing that's funny is that if you've played long enough, you've got all these NPCs wandering around that look like the things you're supposed to tap. And I'm actually finding myself getting really angry when I tap the turkey and it just makes the sound. It's like, burn. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, I just wish they'd bring back the animation for Crazy Cat Lady to throw bunnies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for Christmas, Christmas, I think, they've done Christmas kind of, but it's always been a holiday event on some level or winter event, which kind of seems to keep carrying over till mid-January. That's what I want for Christmas, is for it to actually end sometime around the first of the year, as opposed to the middle of January.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, Joe.
I was like, finally bring Santa. Like you teased us with Santa, like his little NPC, and he like smiled and then disappeared. Not cool, EA. Bring Santa back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for all our secular Christmas, people, it's Santa's day. So yeah. And bring the Krampus. Let's bring the Krampus into Simpsons too.
Wow.
Well, Ebron,
you're all over the place. You don't care.
What?
Joe's completely apolitical. He doesn't care. He's gone from being Jewish completely over to Christmas, and he wants Krampus in the middle. And Krampus is actually that's probably like some kind of a Jewish, mythology somewhere. Krampus probably comes in there somewhere. It's like an adaptation.
German Icelandic, but yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. I want a Jewish Krampus Santa.
What does that look like? Okay. It's like Santa with like the
looks like zombie monkey pirate.
Yeah. If somebody's an artist, please draw it for me.
Okay.
Get Milo on it.
Yeah, really. So let's see. A couple of readers are saying. So Ebron wants to know if we think we'll see a reindeer flinging catapult for Christmas. That would be hilarious. I'll line them all up next to each other. As long as one of those reindeer isn't Rudolph, I'd be sad.
Oh, if we do reindeer, I want the skeleton reindeer from Halloween. Like, I would love all those Halloween Christmas decorations from that one episode. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Like, just piss everybody off and go right back to Halloween.
So, Lee says that he would buy the North Pole monorail station if it's offered again, which I think a lot of people would.
Yeah.
And Kimmy Robb says, thanks for shouting out Kwanzaa Joe.
Yeah.
Would love to see that in a game. And Brooders always chiming in, would like to see gifts for neighbors and community prizes make a comeback at Christmas. I miss community prizes. We haven't had community prizes in what, since Tap Ball?
Yeah, I mean, the hard part for me, again, and here's my cranky side again, my problem is my game crashes pretty regularly when I try and visit neighbors. I can get through 2 neighbors, and then it crashes pretty much. So, you know, I do want to do the gift thing. I hope they figure out a way to do it without crashing my device. So, I'm old. I'm cranky.
Well, maybe if you get a new iPad.
Yeah, I know. Come on, Krampus, bring Cranky a new iPad.
That's what I wrote about, though. I have to spend $500 to play a freemium game. It's like, what? Something's wrong here. Anyway, yeah.
So
I'll get through it.
I should send you my iPad since I'm not doing anything with it.
I've got a 2. I've got a 2. I need to upgrade. So anyway, I'm sorry.
So, and then Lee adds to this conversation, in an ideal world, people would have a device just for the game without your pictures and videos or any other apps.
And that's what my iPad 2 is going to become very quickly.
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be just that.
In the ideal world, the game taps you.
I don't know that I'd want my game tapping me. Oh, boy.
I'm pretty sure it's illegal in 27 states. So.
Yeah. And Brooders told you, Wookie, the movie Krampus is really good. You'd like it. So
I've seen it. I own it. And yeah, so we've got Christmas is coming up. So everybody, you need to watch Gremlins, classic Christmas movie. You can add Krampus in there. And definitely watch Die Hard. That is the ultimate Christmas movie.
The only movie you need to watch is It's a Wonderful Life.
That's a good one too, but Die Hard. It really is a Christmas movie if you go back and watch it. And Gremlins. Okay.
So let's jump into this episode is just woo all over the place. So,
it's my fault. You see why they schedule it when I'm usually asleep? My fault.
Wookie sent me a surprise text message this morning telling me he was ready for the show, so he was awake. I was like, all right.
Yeah, and it was like an hour before it was supposed to start. Like, not just like, I'm still rubbing sleep out my eyes. I'll be there. Which happens.
Plenty of wake up time. All right, so let's jump into some of the questions that are on the feed here that readers have asked. We actually got a series of questions last week when I posted the announcement thread, and these are from No More Shiny. So it says, in the spirit of Halloween, what's the absolute scariest thing that has ever happened to you? And what is your biggest fear?
I've actually had a couple of actual legitimate ghost experiences that were out there. I mean, in the spirit of Halloween. So there you go. I'm not going to go all the way to the scariest thing because people will just be depressed. So I will go with a couple of ghost experiences that were legit that made me question the whole thing. So there you go.
I don't like to be scared, so I don't know. My scariest thing, I mean, really isn't much probably anything that would scare anyone else. So.
Has anyone ever been audited by the IRS? That's really scary.
That's my fear. Ooh, that's my fear.
Anyway, it's been in business for themselves for more than 25 years. Yes, it's really scary. Anyway, there you go.
How about you, Wook?
Like spirit sort of stuff, like, and then I was in the military and I went to some great places, so there's some scary things. So.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
The whole point of scary things is you try to like get past them and not relive them. So thank you. And
let's jump to something more positive. In the spirit of Thanksgiving, what are you most thankful for, with the exception of family?
With the exception of fame? Is that what you said?
Family.
No.
Family.
So, we can't say family?
So with the exception of family.
I'm thankful I woke up today.
Me too.
Like for another day of life, and yeah, I've got great friends, as you can see, and yeah.
I'm thankful for veal.
Oh.
Wow. That's dark. That's really dark.
Well, otherwise I'd steal Wookiees. So
that is one of my least favorite foods.
Oh, so delicious. So delicious.
My mom tried to like hide it in sauce when I was a kid, and every time I was like, "This is veal. It's disgusting."
So delicious.
Like she tried for like a year until she finally was like, "Oh, I guess you don't like veal." So, yeah. But you're Italian.
Anyway.
You have to like veal. Isn't that like a prerequisite?
Yeah, I get. I mean, I just like meat in general. I'd rather eat a big plate of meat than any vegetable or starch. So. Except lamb. I don't eat lamb.
On a relatively personal note, the thing is, if you take away friends and family, nothing else really matters that much, to be honest with you. And you learn that over an extended lifetime like mine. But the other thing that you gain by being old like me, I'll be 63 on New Year's Day, is that you get perspective. You don't panic when things look like it's the end of the world, because you can go back and go, oh, no, wait a minute. We came through that just fine. We're fine. We're good. So perspective, I think, is something I'm really thankful for. I don't get panicked anymore. Nothing freaks me out. Even the IRS. Oh, sorry. Perspective.
I picture some auditor in a room like, I heard my name.
Yeah, trust me. I know a couple of these guys first name basis. I get Christmas cards. So.
Oh, nice.
So Lee would like to know what we're drinking.
Coffee.
I think everybody's drinking coffee, Lee. Sorry, nothing exciting. There's no whiskey in my coffee.
Yeah. Although there is a bottle of Deep Eddy's grapefruit infused vodka about 25 feet away from me. So, if we keep going darker and darker on this veal thing, I may go. I may go to Deep Eddy.
You haven't had veal until
That's right.
had when I make veal. I make good veal. Let me tell you.
God.
So.
Don't name your pets. Don't name your pets.
This is the only pet we have in this house. This is the pet that we have in this house, and as you can see, Riley took a bite out of the ear. So
wow.
We won't be having any pets in this house. So.
Yeah, well, there you go. She probably didn't like her cake because there was no meat inside.
Probably, let me tell you.
Right.
Girl loves her chicken.
Ooh, meat pies are delicious, though. Meat pies.
So
I'm gonna go buy pies after this.
Sam, aka Happy Tapper,
Hi, Sam.
Said, "Hey, Sam."
Hi, Sam. So you just saw. Well, actually, he said just seen, which Sam, I just saw because just see. Oh, it drives me crazy. Fantastic Beasts. Sorry, Sam. where to find them, and I really disliked it. Should have left it at Deathly Hallows. Do any of you like Harry Potter? Going to see Fantastic Beasts?
Wow.
No, I'm not a pothead, as Wolfie calls them.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's funny.
With two T's.
Yeah, it's weird. I didn't read the books. My kids are kind of into it. We've seen all of them, the last couple on pay-per-view, as opposed to going to the theater. And this one I hate to say this because it sounds really kind of snotty and biased. I didn't want to see it because Eddie Redmayne is in it. It's like, I'm tired of Eddie Redmayne. There we go. That's really simplistic and horrible, but the fact is I just didn't care to see it. But I have a lot of friends that loved it already. They're already saying they loved it. Yeah.
My lady is a Potterhead because she gets very mad at me when I call her a pothead. So I've had to amend my ways. But,
wow.
So I started calling them warts because of Hogwarts. I don't know. I think it's gonna catch on, but I think we're seeing it tomorrow. And I've heard both. There's either like the elitists, like, oh, it's not as good as the old Harry Potter, and then there's people that go in to enjoy it. I'll have an opinion, and it'll be on my podcast next week.
I think it's interesting. Good plug on your podcast. I think it's interesting that it came out so close to Doctor Strange, which is killing it. So you got two complete fantasies that are out there really blowing it up in the pantheon. So.
Yeah, I don't know what either of you were talking about.
I'm sorry?
Lee, we do have mince pies and meat pies and pies.
I was saying I don't know what either of you were talking about as far as the movies.
I didn't see either one, but I've heard good things about Doctor Strange. So there you go.
Oh, Doctor Strange is wow, they're good.
Mob, the Great, says hi. All three of us. Incidentally,
is it Mob or Mab?
I don't know. Mob. I don't know. MA is.
Alyssa says Mob, so it's Mob.
There's no other vowel. I mean, there's no. It's a short A. It's not a long A because there's no other vowel.
If you're from Illinois, it's Mab.
You're the English major, so.
Well, it's the ah sound because it's. I don't know. Mob. That's how I read it.
I was just thinking if you had a C, it would be cab, not cob.
I was just gonna say, Pat isn't pot. And if you're from Chicago, it's pet in Chicago. So there you go.
Hey.
It's a whole different thing.
But MA is ma. Ma. Yeah. Not ma. Not a cat.
I want Maggie to call you Ma. Hey Ma. Come over here.
Or a sheep, not a cat.
Man,
you won't take me alive, man.
I've lost this episode.
Any sheep in your house would be eaten.
So she does scream, Mom, 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 Mommy, Mommy, all day. So I'm actually hearing it now. So let's see. So Mab, I'm just gonna Mike, because that's his name. Mike. Says, what's your favorite family tradition and your favorite Christmas memory? Your favorite family Christmas tradition and your favorite family Christmas memory. He then amended it to say Thanksgiving, but I'd rather answer the Christmas one if that's okay, because I do more on Christmas than I do on Thanksgiving. So you want me to go first?
Sure.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. So my favorite family Christmas tradition is Christmas Day. We spend the entire day in our pajamas. So we go over to my parents' house, which now is about 5 minutes down the road. And we all go there. We have every meal, breakfast, lunch, it's just a quick grabbing. Like my mom will make a ham, we'll pick on it all day. We spend the entire day in our jammies, playing with any presents we got, watching the kids, go crazy with all their new toys. And then we watch It's a Wonderful Life. And that's my favorite tradition. And I guess that's probably a favorite memory too. So, neither of you two care to chime in?
Thanksgiving is easy for me because my wife makes absolutely the best turkey on the face of the earth. I will hold it up against any other turkey ever made. In fact, every time we go anywhere, in this case, we're going to our daughter's house in Portland, she's still making the turkey, which I'm very happy to say. Christmas-wise, man, we are steeped in traditions at the Miller house. There's so many that you couldn't even start. We'll see. I'm inclined. I'm probably going to share a story with the readers at Christmas time. I wrote like a little mini book about a memory of my Christmas when I was like 10, and it's kind of fun. So we'll see.
There's your teaser.
That's a teaser.
Your future plug.
A future plug. And then we all sit around and kill the fatted calf and have veal.
Delicious.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Look.
Oh, so I enjoy going to eat Chinese food with my aunt who is Jewish on Christmas because I love the rebellion of it. I also like Christmas. I like going to see Christmas lights. It doesn't have to be Christmas Day. I love driving around and looking at Christmas lights. And there's some places here where rich, privileged white people go crazy on their houses, and at least they're doing something for the community during December.
Whoa.
And I'm happy that their power bills are expensive because they deserve to pay it. Because my favorite memory, honestly, is like I think I was 4 or 5. I got the most nondescript gray bear that probably cost like $1 in a bin because we were poor, but I named him Fred because I was not original back then, and I loved the hell out of that bear. And he became, when people got sad, I gave them Fred. And so many people cried on him that his poor fur was matted, and he was hideous and not good looking and the best thing in the world. And
do you still have Fred?
No, a dog ripped Fred to pieces when I was in the military, and my buddy's wife tried to sew him together, and he was a wounded warrior, so we buried him. We actually gave him military honors and buried him in a flag. Because I love that bear so damn much. Like, yeah.
This
Rest
is
in peace, Fred.
You need to write this down. This is definitely something that could become a mini series on Netflix.
The Fred. That's
Fred
the name
the
of
bear.
it.
Yeah,
Fred the bear.
It's all done in flashback. You start by burying the bear in the flag, and then the rest of it's all done in flashback. So
yeah.
And I will say that naming your bear Fred is not unoriginal, because naming your bear Teddy is more unoriginal.
True.
Or naming your bear Bear.
I liked Fred Astaire, actually.
It's a good name.
Yeah.
It's a good name. So.
Yeah. But it's so old-timey. It kind of marks me as not being a millennial that I would name something Fred.
So.
I'm not a millennial.
When you revealed it was Fred Astaire, I mean, there's Fred Munster.
Ooh, and Fred Flintstone.
There you go. Yabba dabba do.
Yeah.
So Simpsons Rule wants to know how tall we are. I'm short.
Me? I've been saying 5'9.5" for so long that I almost believe it now. So I'm actually closer to 5'9" always.
I'm somewhere between 6'3" and 6'4".
I was going to say.
And my driver's license says I'm 5'4", and we're keeping it at that. So let's see. Kimmy says 63 is not old, Pat. You're not allowed to be called cranky old guy anymore.
No. Yeah, no,
cranky, not old guy.
No, I mean, the thing is, I feel young, I stay young, I think young, and then when I get up out of bed in the morning, every football, rugby injury that I ever had comes back to remind me that I am in fact old. So yeah, that's where it could be creaky old guy, I don't know. But yeah, I'm much older than.
Well, and Brewers adds that a birthday on New Year's Day is an excellent excuse to get drunk twice.
Well, the whole world celebrates my birthday, but it's also a curse because it's so close to Christmas that you get that gift that they bought for Christmas and then they held back. So it's always the shirt that matches the sweater, the socks that match, whatever. So yeah.
You get blenders.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, it is nice though because it's a full day of doing nothing because it's a national holiday. So I do get to watch football and eat my traditional meal, and that's always good.
So, and then we're going to do one more here, and it's another one from Simpsons Rule, and it says, if you could do one thing in the world, what would it be?
One thing?
One thing in the world.
Is this like the top of the bucket list? Is that what he's implying?
I don't know if it's that or a profession or what you're.
I have a superpower. I'd be invisible.
Power of flight.
Yeah.
How about the power to move you? That's a tough
I don't
question.
have a good answer for that. I mean, I think I'm kind of doing what I want to do. I'm fine. I'm cool. Keep moving.
Yeah.
That's the key. Just keep moving. You never stop. You keep moving.
There you go. You have anything to add, Mr. Wolf?
Don't call him Threadbare, Fredbear, whatever. That's not okay. You leave Fred alone. Coming to theaters, 2017. Threadbare, Fredbear. Fred, a story of heart and a dog that got kicked.
Dog that got kicked.
No, I don't. I'm pretty happy. I've gotten to do a lot of cool stuff in my life, and I'm gonna do more. And am I signing off? Like, is this the contact area, or is that later?
What was the last question we're taking?
Oh yeah, no, that's a tough question.
My mind went to contact for suddenly you're in an outer dimension talking to your future.
It was either this or a question about Donald Trump, and I figured I'd rather not end on Donald Trump. So
Yeah, no, we don't end on. America will not end on Donald Trump. If you want to watch a great video, look up a Hamilton cast and Mike Pence. It's great.
No, that's not. Let's not. No, that's. There's.
Don't blame me not voting for Kodos.
There's things that you do, and one of those things is you respect the office of the president and vice president of the United States. You don't boo them no matter who they are. So let's not.
No,
I don't go
not
around
the crowd
booing
that I think
people I don't like either.
It's not the crowd. It is the message from the stage. Yeah.
Anyway, here's a better question to end on from Saf.
We did so well. Right to the very end.
Here's a better question to end on from Safi, which are, what are your views on having a second The Simpsons movie?
It's going to happen, but when the season's over, show's over.
Wow.
So what are your thoughts on it?
It's going to be all about a bear named Fred. And and it's going to be lovely.
There you go.
No, it's going to happen. Yeah.
I'm ambivalent about it, to be honest with you. I mean, I think that the first one came out at the right time. I'd like to see them figure out a way to actually hit the 30th season with both feet on the ground running hard and giving us the best of the best of the best again, rather than tease it out and say, oh, yeah, and now go to a movie as well. You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think I'm all over the moon.
Season 28's been pretty solid.
Mm-hmm. The last episode actually had a feel of the old school where it was one idea all the way through. They weren't trying to. I mean, it's like we talked about that one episode that had 25 different themes in it. This was one theme all the way through, and it tracked and it made sense. I like that a lot. Yeah. That's
the Kirk episode and then this Grandpa episode. I like the one track. It's good.
Yeah.
I think though next week's or this Sunday's episode, there is a new episode tomorrow that's going to go back to the two story format. So
that can work too. It's just harder to make awesome.
Yeah.
It's only 22 minutes. That's the thing people forget. It's only 22 minutes. So if you're trying, divide that in half, now you got 11 minutes. Divide it 3 times, you got whatever. Any way you look at it, it's a short format. So.
Yeah, like the best they ever did, I think 500 Keys, where they had like 4 storylines that somehow intersected. But that's hard, and that's just really great writing. So yeah, we'll see. But it's new Simpsons. It's good. Like even when it's not the best, it's good.
It's actually a good segue to the fact that starting, I can't remember if it's Thanksgiving. I should have looked this up. It's either Thursday or Friday. The FXX is doing another Every Simpsons Ever marathon. So if you need something to watch at some point in the next few days, click on FXX because you'll see all Simpsons all the time until they air all 600 episodes. So
Yeah, that's crazy when you think about it. I mean, we've done the math on that. You'd have to. It's several days worth straight through. So it's pretty insane.
There are two people that actually the last time they did that, which was 2014, I think, they actually watched every episode straight. It doesn't matter. They actually set the Guinness record.
Blaine, right? It was David Blaine, and he did it inside of an ice cube, right?
There you go.
Did they have a toilet chair?
Yeah, really.
One would hope. I mean, they've set the Guinness Book of Records for most binge watching or most TV watching straight or whatever it was. They watched every episode.
Well, I guess
you could take it portable though. That's the thing. You could walk around with it anywhere you wanted to do and still be inside the rules.
I don't know how you stay awake for 6 days, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's not healthy. I wouldn't advise it.
No, not at all.
That's why they invented the DVR.
Yeah, they're probably. It's nothing legal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So on that note, let's sign off here, and thanks everyone for watching another fun hour plus filled trip with the Addicts here as we broke down all the fun happenings in November. And stay tuned. The next Addicts Live, we actually set the date already because of the holidays, is going to be December 10th, which is a Saturday, I think about 3 weeks away. And so December 10th, 12 p.m. Eastern time, which I don't know what time it is anywhere else, except it's 9 a.m. West Coast. So
that we know.
Yeah. So be sure to join us next month. We'll talk about what one can assume will be a holiday-themed event that should be hitting. And we'll have more crazy antics. And did you guys have anything else you'd like to add?
I just have this really strange desire to stand up and go to the grocery store and get some veal. I don't know why. I don't understand it. But
Subliminal messaging.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell my mom how much we talked about it, and she's going to laugh because she knows how much I really hate veal. And thanks. I'm really hoping school's almost over, so I should be back a lot more. And if you miss me while I'm not there, I do have a podcast, Laugh It Up Fuzzball, and you can find it everywhere, iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play, and my opinions are always there. And I curse, so if you want to hear me curse, Simpsons rule, I curse like a mother trucker over there. So,
which is hilarious because you don't curse when we talk. So
yeah.
He's taken the Mark Maron school of podcasting. It's the Mark Maron school of podcasting. So,
well, I because it's geek stuff, I get really passionate. So that's when once I start thinking like a military guy, when I get around my military buddies, I curse like
So
the reason I don't curse a lot is because I try not to be that guy. But I talk about everything. You want to hear my opinion about something, my true opinion, go over to there. But I don't talk about politics, so sorry. This is the most political I've ever got.
Not your Alyssa dictated opinion that you must have on this site.
Well, it's not that dictated.
True opinion.
It's just Alyssa's rule is be nice.
Yeah, yes. I've actually crossed the line enough to get a couple of don't do that anymore, which is good. It's a learning process. I'm getting better and better every day. One day at a time. So
yeah. So all right. So we will see everyone next month, December 10th. Once again, we'll put a few links in the post that you're watching this video on for the Ouija. If you'd like to make a donation, we will link to Topbox's post for the Called Simpsons episode. If you want to flash back to where some of this hunting stuff's from, I'll have a couple of images from the Food Wife episode, from where the quiz is from, and I'll post a couple other fun little links that I had for this episode. So thanks for watching once again. I hope everyone in America that celebrates Thanksgiving, which is I think everyone in America, has a wonderful Thanksgiving, whether you're eating turkey or veal.
Tryptophan is real, so don't eat turkey and try and drive. It's not safe.
There you go. Whether you're gorging on turkey, gorging on mashed potatoes, or eating those baby carrots to make you feel like a giant.
That's
So
right.
we will
That was a
see
good
everyone.
tie right there.
There you go. We will see everyone next month. Thanks for watching, and have a good rest of the weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.
Later.